Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by. My name is Nara and in a moment I'll be checking into your energy and current affairs. Before we get into it, this is a general reading, and regardless of what current future the cards have in store for you, this is about you having a choice of whether you want to continue on that path or not. Nothing is set in stone and you are the master of your fate. I'm here to give you guidance and clarity for your highest good. Everything else is up to you. I will also kindly ask you to be very discerning of any readings you come across on the internet. These are only guidelines, so don't discredit any logical thoughts and decisions when it directly impacts your future. With that, let's see what in the world is going on. What is happening in your life? Let me start by getting some oracle cards for you. I'm just tuning into your vibe. Ooh. Let's see. What is going on? What is the situation you're finding yourself in? Ooh. And what is the vibe? Okay, so 3 oracle cards came out. Let's see. 4, okay. We have number 32, when it's time to, I'm going to show this to you. When it's time to say goodbye. Ooh, this is beautiful. Number 8. Could it be a dragonfly? Ooh. Number 19. Only weavers know the time. And number 23. Painting joy across the sky. Woo. That's some colorful cards right here. Let me get into the essential meanings of these cards and just see what is happening. I feel like there are 2 topics we're talking about here, so first one, when it's time to say goodbye. Completions, endings, death leading to new beginnings, loss. Yeah, okay, there's some cycle ending in your life with this, and it's time to say goodbye. And with the number 8, seeing the meaning beyond the illusion of perception. Signs from the universe are all around. Recognizing the outer world as a living oracle, paying attention to the signs. I feel like this, you came to some sort of a breaking point. With this energy right here, you're closing a cycle in your life, and I feel like this has been a cycle, a long one for you. I don't want to say generational, but I want to say that this has been going on for some time, and it was hard for you to see that this was... hard for you to see the how to break out of it, or to see this, to see solutions, to find solutions for closing the cycle and coming to a new one. I feel like you're letting go of a lot of things that does not serve you anymore at this point. And with this, could it be a dragonfly? It feels like you're coming into an essence, like you are transitioning into a being that sees more synchronicities around themselves and actually is starting to believe in the magic of the universe. And with the dragonfly also could be really significant for you as, you know, just a sign that there are guides around you guiding you and watching your every step on the path that you choose and the path that you take. I'm drawn to all of the colors here. I'm feeling like you have escaped this cycle. I feel like you have become a bit more confident in yourself and a bit more free of choosing what you want to do. Or also acknowledging that there are so many possibilities. As like, there's so many different colors, there's so many different possibilities for you to experience life and just embrace. I feel like you opened up and you like emerged from a cocoon. I'm seeing these, like, is it lilies? It's water lilies. That like you have been closed for so long and now you're opening up with all of your beauty, with all of the petals. And water lilies, I'm seeing another card from another deck that is basically indicating stripping illusions. Fits with this. That it has like a lily that is opening up, and it means water lilies can grow anywhere. In like between the mud, between the all kinds of water basically. And and you're such a beautiful flower in such like muddy waters. I feel like this is you finding your colors. You're regaining the color, in your face, in your life. I feel like it's a beautiful new beginning, a beautiful realization of some sorts. With the eye, you're beginning to see. Might be like a third eye opening up for you, or just a bit, just a bit, you're starting to see a bit more than you deprived yourself of in this. I just thought this is an axolotl. Maybe it means something for you, maybe not. Just was drawn to it. Yeah, but you're waking up from that deep slumber that this dragon was in. Changing the perspective of your life and changing the path. Walking away from something and experiencing the things that are beautiful to you, that bring joy to you, it's stripping off that fear of this, past cycle that is ending, and it is ending. Let me be really clear with that. It is ending. You're finally, transforming into this dragonfly, if you want to, having not 2 but 4 wings, flying away, flying wherever you want to fly to. And it's going from this one-tone blue color to a just magical array of just, every color in the sky, every color in the world is there for you. This is beautiful. Let's check into the second situation that is going on with you. Only viewers know the time. Releasing timetables, trusting timing, all the time in the world, the power to expand time. I feel like it has like a similar message. This is more about like releasing something and transforming, and this is about giving yourself time. Just as I said that, a song, and I'm gonna take my time. So, oh my god, what's the lyrics? Like, let me check. Let me check the lyrics. And because I need you to know those lyrics. It took a while to get me there, and I'm gonna take my time. Don't fight that good shit in your ear. Now let me blow your mind. It's EVE. Let me blow your mind. This is exactly. You're taking your time, and you're gonna take your time with this. I feel like this is talking about you taking it slow and taking it step by step. And I feel like you should not focus on the time that it takes for you to get somewhere where you want to get to. It absolutely does not matter in this situation. It's kind of, I feel like you should not focus on that. painting joy across the sky. Again, these like colorful paintings, you know, of your life. Paint with all the colors of the wind. Even this is, wow, this is freeing. I feel really freed of whatever that was. Joy in all forms. Thank you. Loving life, being grateful, sharing joy and reverence for all life. Exactly. These are the two things going on. It's, by the way, one more reassurance for you. This cycle that you've been kind of sleeping on or stuck in, it's finally ending. It's actually, you know, you're transforming and you're at, you know, becoming a completely new person. And with this is just, I feel like, advice going forward of you not rushing anywhere, rushing into things, looking around, experiencing the suburbs of the world. I'm hearing. I feel like nature. I feel like trees, forests, fields. Just, you know, I'm seeing in my mind's eye, just taking a canvas in the middle of a field and drawing every butterfly and flower that you can see in your way, just taking time with yourself, enjoying things around you, and taking in all these colors that are, you know, just coming at you with such a... I feel like there's some sort of a veil was taken off of your head, of your face, of your eyes. I feel like you can finally see clearly. Yeah, and try. This is kind of getting rid of worries and welcoming the colors of life. Let's get some tarot for you. I love this energy, actually. Yes. Yeah, okay, sure. Feeling good, the song. Feeling good. A new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. Exactly. Exactly, it is for you. Okay. Ooh. Alright, so let's see what is the situation and what should I know about it more. What is happening in the situation? What is the cycle that is ending? And what are you transforming into? Ooh. What is the currency? Oh, thank you. Okay. Okay. Knight of Pentacles and the World. The color green might be a significant color for you. This is interesting, and the Five of Wands, I'm also gonna take the Five of Wands. I'm feeling this kind of conflict inside of you that you had with yourself for a time, actually. Four of Pentacles. Keeping things to yourself. I'm feeling that you were stuck in some sort of a slow pace in your life. Either really careful or really self-contained I'm feeling. With the world being here, I feel like you have been keeping things only to yourself and having like a sacred space inside of yourself that you have not shared with anyone. I feel like very heavily protecting yourself and taking every precaution there is. And Four of Pentacles, also like guarding yourself, guarding your treasures, your not sharing about your life anywhere with anyone. And then that's why the conflict is like an inner conflict inside of yourself. It's because like I feel like you would love to share these, feelings or just achievements overall with people, but at the same time you're afraid of something. And I'm getting maybe like is it a bad eye? What's it called? Like, that something is gonna be like jealous of you, and that's how you're gonna get because other people's jealousy will bring you bad energy, negative energy into your life, and you're kind of been keeping guard of all of this and moving really, really slow just to not take a wrong step or not stumble? Yeah, or just... Okay. No, I feel like this is a time of you being alone with yourself, and that's the conflict is about. You want to have more people, but you want to have people to share your achievements with, but then at the same time you're afraid of that negative energy. I'm feeling like this people being jealous and not actually supporting you for what you achieved. And there's also with the world, I feel like there's like a big inner world that you have, and I think you have a lot to share. There's just not a lot of people around to share that with. Knight of Cups and Four of Wands. That's the transformation from Knight of Pentacles to Knight of Cups. I feel like this is talking about not being afraid of sharing your emotions with people, or also kind of, not exactly fear, but understanding that they cannot hurt you if you won't let them. It's that analogy of a ship can only sink if you let the water inside, which is not technically correct because all ships have water in them, but that's just, a saying. So it's kind of, if you do not let that get to you, it will not hurt you in any way. Yeah, and Four of Wands, it's celebrating life. It's celebrating finding your troop, your group, with all of these four, whatever they are. Unicorn gazelles? It's about celebrating life. It's about not letting go of that fear, letting go of... I feel like you feel like you need more protection in life to actually have fun. Which I'm feeling like this is not the case. You feel really vulnerable just out in the open. And I think you are tired of living that way and you are done with this. You're absolutely done with this. You just want to get to... That's why you're transforming into this dragonfly that is visiting countries, going on a trips with your friends, actually being vulnerable with them and trusting them to not let you down. I feel like this is just also a character development of you understanding, as I said, that they cannot hurt you if you won't let them. This is about celebrating life. This is beautiful. I think you are absolutely transforming into that direction, and with the Empress being on the bottom of the deck, I feel like you're becoming more gentle, more in tune with nature, more... I want to say motherly, but in a way that you are getting rid of that fear. And you are stepping into your power. This is exactly it. It's... You are the sun. I'm hearing you are just getting prettier and prettier by day, and I'm not speaking like physically, just overall the energy that you bring, you share, the charm that you have. It attracts the butterflies, you know, like moth to a flame. I feel like you're finally stepping into that energy, that Empress, that no one can insult me without my permission. Oof, royalty, you know, that elegance, that grace. You're just stepping into your power, you know, just that confidence in yourself. That's beautiful. Letting go of that fear. Let's check with this side. Okay, what do we have with... We have a lot, first of all. You know, I think I'm gonna take it. It's... Ha! Supernatural woman, supernatural freak. This is the Empress I was speaking about. Got me feeling weak. I'll put all of the songs that are coming through in the description. You can check it out. What is going on here? What is going on here with Page of Swords, the Emperor, Two of Pentacles, and the Devil. I feel like you're letting loose in a way. There has been so much time of solitary, yeah. Solitude. I got just solitary confinement. Maybe that's exactly how it felt for you. You know, could have been. But solitude. You have been, like, for such a long time you have been there. You're over it. The Empress energy, and it's cannot speak anymore. It's trickling down into this, like, the Devil, which is about desires and about... This guy is also has like a little heart in between his hands. And it can mean like different things. In this situation, this is about you indulging in those desires and experiencing things that you have always wanted to experience, but because of your fear you did not. And I think you're regretting that right now. You're regretting a lot of things that you did not do in your life. And you're finally fed up with it, and you're finally coming into this, the Devil, you know, this, just experiencing every desire that you have, maybe even becoming a bit more impulsive. The Emperor, taking things into your hands. If you want something, you're actively seeking, reaching for it. I'm feeling like, imagine roller coasters. You have always been afraid that something's gonna happen, you're gonna fall to your death. And now you're so fed up with your fears that you're like, oh my god, I cannot deal with this guy in my head that is always telling me that something bad is gonna happen. OCD, by the way, could be a thing. But like, you are done with it. And I think you're just doing that impulsive decisions of just get on it and don't think about it and it's gonna be fun. And you're actually, you know, taking action towards what you want, you know. Because you wanted to get on that roller coaster, but those fears have held you back. You're done. You're done. You're done with them. You're just like, shut up, shut up, shut up and do it. This is, I feel like you're speaking to yourself in this kind of tone. Page of Swords, I think it's just, because it's a page, it's only the start of this kind of, you know, becoming this more active, more impulsive, more hands-on person. But it comes from that Empress, where you actually understand how valuable you are and how resilient you actually are. You're not made out of sugar. You're not, although you're probably sweet, but like you're not made out of sugar. You're not gonna just melt in the rain. You're quite resilient. So, and this is, you're gonna start trying these things step by step, and then, you know, you're gonna take action towards what you want. You're gonna like be more authoritative, that word, towards whatever in your situation, taking control of your life, taking control of what you want, seeking that. Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I'm gonna take it too. I feel like this also includes like making plans of traveling somewhere. Athens, Greece. For some reason I'm feeling Greece. Maybe just warm countries, but traveling with your friends. And I feel like just also it is like touching the Emperor card in this. It's you taking action towards planning a trip or being in charge of meeting with people, you know, being the initiator. Two of Pentacles. Finding balance with all of that impulsivity that you have just acquired as a person. And balance also between the Emperor and the Devil. It's between having things in control and being a bit more rational about your wishes and desires, and then the Devil of completely giving into your thirst for experience, for like completely indulging yourself into everything and anything. I'm feeling that's a balance that you're gonna have to find, because the Devil can also in some ways mean getting into drugs, which don't do that. don't do that. That's what the balance is about, you know. There's always a point in your life, like, oh, you should try everything once. Maybe be a bit more discerning about that. You know, there are some things I don't think you should try. So, but that's just my opinion, you know, do whatever you want. You know, that's what, you know, finding the balance between those things. Yeah, I think this is, you know, this is mainly what is going on. Where are you going and where are you heading to? I'm just gonna get final advice for you of just overall if there's anything else your guides would like to say to you, or any advice that they want to give you before we close this reading. Okay, well, I feel like that's a bunch of cards. We're probably gonna get a bit less than that, but thank you so much. Oh my god. Yes. Any advice? Any final advice? Or if there's whatever you want to tell the collective? Okay. Page of Wands. I feel like it's kind of repeating them. What? They're kind of repeating themselves. Again, a lot of cards coming out. I feel like I'm gonna take it. They're persistent. Let me move this here. Page of Wands, 9 of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Tower. Alright then. 9 of Pentacles. With the Page of Wands, I feel like they're telling you to become that version that you want to become. I feel like it's kind of in tune with the Empress. It's that optimism about life and wanting to experience new things. It's about being that free-spirited person, tuning into that side of yourself. Nine of Wands. Actually, let me just quickly check the Nine of Wands of this specific deck, because I feel like it's a bit of a different meaning if I remember. Okay, This is you being vigilant. This is about not completely... I feel like it's talking again about finding the balance between the Emperor and the Devil. Yes, having that those desires and pursuing those desires, but also always being aware of being aware. I think that's a full stop. Overall. There's also Ace of Pentacles. It's the opportunities are coming in. The opportunities of experiencing this life are coming in. And there's a lot of support from your guides in this. With the Tower. They are telling you to absolutely let go of that person you were. Destroy the walls that you put around yourself, because it is keeping you contained in a solitary confinement, which you were never meant to be in, because you're this Empress, you're the Page of Wands, you're that talented, gentle, curious being. Destroy those walls you have around yourself. They're not serving you. They were never serving you. Maybe they were once, long time ago. You're done. You're the Empress. You're not a measly little thing. Sure. You are a powerful being. It's time for you to acknowledge that. I feel like with this Nine of Wands, you don't have to throw away your keen perception, observation of life, but just I feel like it's time for you to put yourself into a different kind of position and perspective. It's like rising up the ranks. This is a general, you know, or he is in charge of his troops in a way. He's strategic but not fearful. That's where you have to get yourself to. And that's what the Tower is here about. It's about destroying that wall you put around your heart. Off and away. This is a song again, another one that's Vulfpeck. It's about breaking free, about going away, about flying away, you know. Insects? I feel like flying insects, butterflies, dragonflies, bees might be a thing. Like, I don't know, significant for you. Maybe you are somewhere where you can meet them a bunch. By the way, fields. Go out into a field. meet the butterflies in the field. Nine of Pentacles. She's playing the piano. I feel like getting in tune with your talents and give me a second. Exactly. It's about enjoying yourself, taking your time, slowing down. Appreciation of things around you. And it's still about that, you know, courage of experiencing the world. But it's also about taking time when you're there to look around. Yeah. Well, I think we're done here. Thank you for joining me. I hope I brought you some clarity and some peace of mind. Nevertheless, be very discerning about everything I said here today. And if you don't like where you're going, switch it up, toss it around. Otherwise, let me know how it resonated. With that, good luck, have fun, and I'll see you. Bye!